Is he live? I don't know. Boom, chick, boom, boom, chick, chick, boom, chick, boom, boom, chick, boom, chick, boom, boom, chick, chick, boom. I know, it's a little early. It's not 7 o'clock yet. Oh, wait. You can wait, right? You're like, shut up. So, well, listen, thank you all who are tuning in. I'm not even sure what I've got going on right now. Let me see. I'm not sure who's tuned in yet. Well, I've got 0 viewers. There we go. I got 1 comment, 1 share. So, yeah. Oh, that comment is me. I'm sure when somebody plays this back, they'll be like going, who is this crazy goof? Anyway, well, for those of you who tune in, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys who do tune in, and I hope you guys have any comments, concerns, and if you guys want to check it out, I appreciate that, and I hope you guys do enjoy the replay. Dun, 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 dun. I should be able to see comments. Yeah, right there. There's a comment section there that I can see. So if they pop up, there you go. And if you those who have my phone number, you know, you can text me and go, buddy, if people leave me comments. For those of you who might hear there's music playing in the background, I've written some poems to go along with the Underverse, basically based on books 1 and 2. So there you go. No, they are not published. Oh, I did publish one. If you go to the Facebook page, no, not Facebook, my website, photodon.com, click on the Underverse stuff there. You can actually download one of the songs there. So yeah, there you go. So you're probably all wondering what the hell's going on with book 3. And some of you are like going, there's a book 3? I thought there was a book 3. For those of you who might be confused, this is not book 3. This is book 2. This is book 2. That's why it says book 2. This is book 1. That's why it says it's book 1. The reason why this does not say book 3 is because it's not book 3. This is just like an in-between book. A book that says, hey, this is a smaller book. That's why it's much thinner. See, very thin. These other books, they're much thicker. So anyway, so the idea is that that's a little of a novella that goes in between. However, apparently, there's a little bit going on in this book that's going to happen in book 3. So you might want to pick up a copy of this. Just saying, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So anyway, so if you guys are interested in checking out some of the other stuff that I've been writing about, that would be a good time to get caught up, as they say. Some of you have been kind enough and gracious enough to be beta readers in the past and give me some notes and comments. So I am still looking at you, beta readers, if you would be so kind. If you want to read book 3, I keep saying I'm nearly getting finished. I keep saying that, then I keep writing. I reached my goal of 90,000 words for book 3, and then I kept going past it. I am still not done with book 3. I should fish and cut bait and just finish. I feel like there's a famous thing going on with Douglas Adams. He kept writing, or maybe procrastination is probably what it was with him, but supposedly he kept dawdling or writing on his books. And the publisher just said, look, just whatever your chapter on, that's it, we're taking the book and we're taking it away from you. And they just published it. You know, that was The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, supposedly. Supposedly that's what it was. At least that's how I remember the story being told to me. I'll have to look it up now to refresh my memory. But, I'm almost there. I'm down to the last couple of chapters. July was a really weak month for me. I did only about 4,000 words. Roughly. Well, I did. Here, let's get a little bit more accurate. Let me pull it up here. So, according to my handy-dandy software called Scrivener, in July I wrote 4,594 words. Now, in June, I managed to write 33,346 words. That's a lot of words. So now in August, I've only written 5,320 words. So I feel like I've gotten back in the saddle again. So I'm looking to finish this book like this month. That's my goal. Of course, now that I've said it out loud, something horrible is going to happen. I won't finish it. But I want to get the book finished. I want to get it edited. I want to have it done this year. I want to have book 3 done by this year. The reason being, I keep having dreams. I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm in my late 50s now. I'm going to be 60 soon. In 20 years, I'll be 80. And right now, I've reached the point in my life where waking up in the middle of the night and going to the bathroom is a common occurrence. And then I have these thoughts and these things about book 5, which makes me sit down and write them. So let me tell you about that. So apparently, in July, I wrote 2,312 words about book 5. And then I've also written 3,860 words for book 5. I haven't even finished book 3. And I haven't started on book 4. I've got a couple ideas written down for book 4. Yet, I have these things that I've been writing down for book 5. God forbid if something happens and I have to write down a 6th book. I don't know what's wrong with me. These things just keep popping in my head. So anyway, that's where I'm at on book 3 right now. I keep writing this stuff. So anyway, let's get back to this. So I don't have it on my website yet, but if anybody who's interested, and you can Venmo me this or PayPal me, but anybody I only have 2 complete sets of all 3 copies. That's all I got left. But these are paperbacks of those. So if anybody wants those, I'll put up a link up tonight, and then I'll post it later. I didn't get time to do it later. But if anybody wants that, I can add a little into the shopping page. And excuse me. And for just $30, you can have all 3 copies if you want to do that, and I'll sign that and ship them on their way. I still have some artwork left from that, from the birthday bash, which I can then package them up with that, and then you guys can have a copy of that. Keep in mind, if anybody just wants to buy these are still available on there. I only have 3 copies of this, so keep in mind, if these get sold on their own, I won't have a complete set. So, there you go. The battle is on. Who will win? Who will buy the 3 copies individually or do that? So, there you go. So that's kind of like where I'm at right now. No, sorry, I wish I got time. I've been busy with work and getting ready for classes. For those who don't know, I teach photo classes over at the new store, Gulf Coast Camera. I've been doing a lot of stuff, preparing for that, behind the scenes for that stuff, and that's really eaten up some of my time, as well as writing, 4,000 words plus those extra words for book 5. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun doing that stuff. Yeah, so yeah, there's going to be some interesting setup. Now, I still don't even know if these books are good or not. I mean, I've had some nice comments from people, so I feel like they're good. I believe in the book, and I feel comfortable in the book. My son's coming down next, after the 15th. Maybe I should do a Facebook Live event with my son. Get him down here and see if I can get him to get his take on the book. See if I can get him to commit to what he says about the book. I mean, this is all his fault anyway. Again, anybody who doesn't know about this, he's the one who started me on this thing. It's all his fault. If you ever look at the dedication to books 1 and 2, then those are that. Book 3 was dedicated. The third installment there, Lost Tales of Emerson K. That's Shelby's fault. So you can blame Shelby. So yeah, there you go. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. Let's see if anybody. I haven't seen anything in the comments. Anybody watching here? I get 0 viewers. Look at that. I've only been talking for 12 minutes. What the hell? Still 12 minutes. Oh, I started early. That's right. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe everybody's sleeping. Oh, man. So anybody who hasn't done it so yet, anything you could do about helping me pass the word out about the books would be most appreciative. I've done book reviews. I know some of you said that you would and stuff like that, and I appreciate that. Anything like that would be helpful. Now, for those of you who haven't noticed, I'm wearing a new Underverse shirt. This is my Book 2 version of the shirt. I'm not sure if I'm quite as happy with this particular one. It didn't quite come out as good as I like. I like the front part. It's hard to tell from sitting down, I guess. My fat ass up here. Back up a little bit. Now I gotta back up more, sorry. I need a wide lens for this one. So, this is the shirt as it is right now. And this is the book cover. It's a book 2. And kind of like this. Looks okay over here, I think. I was told that this looks kind of scary on this part. But it's got the information on the back, which is all I really care about. Now, I still think the shirt for book 1 is a little bit more pleasing to the eye. No, I've got to think about this some more. I might have to do a little more tweaking on this one. But if you are interested in swag, you can always check out, again, the website. It's got the Underverse Chronicles on there and stuff like that. Yeah, so. Yeah, stuff like that. Let's see what else has been going on with the book. Yeah, I think that's about it. Let me see. I'll just copy it. Let me go to here. See if there's anybody. Oh, let's have to do this, I think. do this. Let's see if that works. So anyway, the last thing I was going to say, I think that pretty much covers most of the basics I wanted to cover up tonight. Oh, you're listening? Oh, that's cool. Thanks, Aunt Lynn. I appreciate that. There was other things I was going to say. There was one more thing I wanted to go over. Damn it, let me look at my notes again. No, I think that was pretty much it. The reviews coming up next. Book 3. I think that's about. Oh yeah, the one-time bundle. And yeah. So, without further ado, let's go over what I've been talking about. I promised you guys a snippet. So, I was going over the book and trying to figure out what I could read to you that's not entirely not going to give away too much. So, for those of you who are trying to give away too much spoiler stuff, so I think I'm going to read you. At least this is what I've decided to read you. It's a snippet from. It's a flashback. So if you've read book 2, so there's a bit of spoiler. If you haven't read book 2 by now, you're going to get spoiled. So there you go. Just leaving you a heads up. Book 2, you find out that Queen Lyra has a daughter. Or book 1, you find out Lyra had a daughter named Dorothy. Okay, in book 2, you find out a little bit more about her daughter Dorothy, and then she can't remember what she looks like. So, and you find out that Queen Lyra is from a race of storytellers. So a little bit of history. And what that means is that she can actually change the story of people and other things. So, and you find out that Dorothy had gone to Earth. And you find out, spoiler, Rebecca is part of that lineage. I know, I'm spoiling something. So, but that's not the big spoiler. You think, oh, that's a big spoiler. No, that's not the big spoiler. So, we're going to go over this. 700 years ago, memory loss. Queen Lyra was only able to visit Dorothy once. She remembered that. Only she couldn't remember what Dorothy looked like, except for her smile, and of course her name. She had done too good of a job. The story held where it shouldn't have. Before she left her daughter on that final visit, she had done something almost terrible. She was going to change the stories of every living being around her daughter to keep her safe. That would have been the easiest thing, and none of them would have been able to resist her. However, her daughter would have known. So she did something else. She changed the story of the land. She made sure the land would protect her daughter and her family while she lived there, to keep them safe. Their food would always be plentiful, and those with violence or hatred in their hearts would be turned away. The story she wove into the earth would keep the illness at bay. She remembered making the choice, thinking would have been easy to have done the first thing, change the people instead. it would have been so much easier, faster, and far, far more dangerous. Her daughter had said something to her at the end. She couldn't remember it. Not one word of what she had ever said to her. Not her laugh, her tears, her arguments. Lyra held a piece of paper in her hands, and she let her fingers drift over it. She could visit Dorothy's section in the unwritten library, and all the books about Dorothy's story were there, except now they are blank to her. They were blank to her now. There was now a hole in her memory shaped like her daughter. She had given birth to her, raised her, but she couldn't remember what she had last said to her. She must have loved her very much to have erased these memories of her. Laura knew she should have been sad. Her brain was aware of it, but her heart was not on speaking terms with her right now. She had been woken from a dream, and it wasn't quite dawn yet. Patchlord, the Lord of Dreams, had visited her and delivered a message to her. It was more of a favor, he said, a favor she had requested of him, and he'd handed her the paper. She'd read it and thanked him. She then woke up and then went to her throne room to watch the sun rise. Queen Lyra read the note again. Doorwhere. He let her keep it when she woke. It meant her daughter had died peacefully in her sleep. Her throne room was a glorified living room with a balcony overlooking the valley. The Queen's residence always seemed to return to it, though Lyra could not have said why. It was her home, and she could move it around the Underverse to settle affairs she minded, or simply just observe. Her eyes drifted out the window, looking towards Amberford. The memory merchants were acting up again, she thought. She looked at the note in her hand again and tried to find a connection. Did I really lose it? I thought I still had a last sliver of her. After all, I still remember her smile, she thought. She did remember what she had done. She had bonded a key to her, a key to a doorwhere to everywhere. It was in her blood. It could be called to her when she had lost all hope. She could have called her. She could have come home. Looking at the letter in her hand, she guessed she never did. She remembered their adventures, their lives together, but they were blurred where her daughter had stood. Even some of the people Dorothy had been close to were fuzzy, indistinct. I paid a cost to ensure her happiness. I should be happy. She folded the paper and watched the sun rise over the balcony. It was then she noticed her face was wet. She had been crying. I miss her, even if I can't remember her. Well, there you go. And that's a snippet from book 3. I know, it's a little bit more serious than the first 2 books. So, yeah. So, that's what's happening in book 3. Hopefully it'll let you a little bit more excited at what's going on in there. Hopefully. So I appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to this. If anybody wants to catch this later on, you'll be able to see this on YouTube later. Again, you can follow me on YouTube. If you go to Foto Dono on YouTube, just click on Foto Dono, Fotodono. You'll see this there, because Facebook won't keep this up forever because it's a live event. But yeah, you'll see that there if you want to catch it. But yeah, leave reviews, again, leave honest reviews. You don't have to go. I mean, I'm grateful for any of the reviews. Don't get me wrong. If anybody's interested in the third book, again, it's available on Amazon. It's available as a Kindle if you're a Kindle subscriber. You can download it for there. You know, I am constantly watching. Constantly, I do tweak them occasionally. So there's that. So, you know, occasionally somebody will say something. We won't name names. Who says, you know, that's not right. So, for instance, somebody pointed out that I got the I used geosynchronous orbit wrong, incorrectly. So I fixed that. So that's now correct. Unfortunately, now you have limited edition books with incorrect geosynchronous orbit. So there you go. But yeah, so there you go. I think that's about it. I can't think of anything else I wanted to go over today. But thanks for your time. I appreciate it, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. And again, I can't thank everybody enough for your understanding and your support as I work through all this stuff. And it's been a blast. I've really enjoyed working on this series. You know, it's funny. You know, I've worked in photography. I've done a bunch of stuff over the years, and you know, I've been quote unquote an artist, you know, for most of my life. You know, and it's been one of those things that I've just felt like you know, but the fact that I've, you know, got something like this. I don't know, it's really weird holding something like this in my hand. I don't know, it just feels good, I guess. I feel good about myself for doing this stuff. And it's an interesting feeling. So, and I hope I live long enough. I'm not going to die anytime. I don't feel I'm going to die anytime soon. You never know. I live in Florida. Driving on these roads is crazy. But I hope I get the chance to finish this series. And so, yeah. So I'm looking forward to it. Thanks again, guys. And hope I get to see you guys out there in the Underverse. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Say no more. Say no more. You like it when I get real close? You know, there's this thing, I'm trying to date myself. You ever see, if you ever see a show out there, it's probably not on it might be online somewhere, maybe on YouTube somewhere probably, Max Headroom, and kind of dating it, but the thing when I keep doing this, I think of Max Headroom, and basically it was just an actor in makeup, and he was supposed to be an artificially generated character. This is before all that, right? And that's what it was. It was an actor dressed in makeup to make him look like he was artificially generated, and a bunch of cuts and things like that. Well, I forget the name of the actor. But anyway, I feel like that's who I am now with this script. I just feel like I should go makeup and be doing some cuts. Yeah. Anyway. That's it. All right, I'm going to hang up now, and I'll let you guys go, and I appreciate you taking the time and listening. And I hope you guys have a great night, and like I said, see you out there in the universe. Take care.